Hey everyone, George from Elite Motorcars. Today we're doing a little different type of video. Gonna do a video on one of my personal cars that I'm repairing. It's a 1997 Cadillac Eldorado ETC hard boot convertible. Common repairs on these cars: top pistons and especially rear window motors. They go through them, they get really slow. They're not a simple job. I've become pretty good at them because I've done so many at this point. But it is a little time consuming. The biggest part about the whole job is lining it back up. I'm going to show you guys what we got apart already. Try to do the best I can on this how-to video for you guys. This is my first how-to video, so bear with me a little bit here. So as you can see, this side is still together because I haven't touched it. So basically what you do is just refer to the right hand side as you would take off this screw here. Don't mind my dirty hands. That screw there. That screw there, there's a screw there, and a screw right down there. Take those 4 screws off, take this piece, flip it forward, out of the way. Don't pull it because it is all tucked in back there. You'll rip everything apart. Also, the bottom trim piece is basically, check the key off. Basically, you have a little screw right there. Take that screw out of the way. Move this whole trim piece out of the way. Just pick it up and move it, kinda. You don't have to take it totally out of place, but you need to move it to get this piece out of the way. There's a small clip behind this that comes right out. And basically what I do is I just take the piece and move it sideways. Some of them are wired so you can disconnect it, and some are hardwired. So it's up to you if you want to cut the wires. Me personally, it's easy just to move it out of the way. So we'll go back to this side for you guys. I'm trying to show you guys the best I can here. So we already got the seat belt tension moved out of the way, which opens up this whole access panel there. And then you have an access panel down there that's covered by vinyl, so we'll put that back in place after we're done. But that also opens up. And as you can see, it's got all the bracketry here and there. This stuff's all custom made. What I do also is you actually have on the newer coach builder cars, they only have one micro switch like this for the windows, and on the older ones they're on both sides. So what I usually try to do is I usually put a wire tie around it so I can operate the window up and down with the top down or up, and to adjust it better. Which biggest part of the whole job is adjusting it. It's a little tricky. It's not the easiest one in the world to do. But that's about it. Let's go take a look at the window regulator. In a lot of ways it's a Cadillac. It's very similar to like a Cadillac Brougham. So there's the motor itself. The motor is riveted on the car, riveted on the assembly there. We're going to drill those out, and we'll use nuts and screws when we put the new one back in. There's your track right there. And this is a very important adjustment right there. So what we'll do is we'll make sure that's loose, because that will adjust the height of the window up and down. It's usually fine, it's not an issue, but it's nice to have it so that you have to adjust it when it's in the car. It's nice and loose and ready to go. So that's that. And let me take out one of these window motors, let you guys take a look at it. Give me 1 second, we'll put that on the car. Okay guys, we'll be right back and we'll show you guys the window motor. Okay guys, here we are with the window motor. This little particular piece, metal piece, you will not need. It does have the screws and nuts right there to put the motor back onto the assembly, and the connection right there. So we're going to grab our drill, take the original motor off, and put this one on. Let's see how we do. Okay, so we're just about ready to drill this one out. Just remember guys, to remember where the rivets or the new screws are going to go, because you want to make sure you drop the window motor into the correct position right there. So always remember where it goes as you take it apart. We're going to grab the drill these out, and we're going to put the new one in. We'll be right back. Okay guys, so we have everything drilled out on this one here. We're going to pull the old one off of here. It just takes a little bit of finagling, and do the best I can with this camera. I'm not too good at this, so you just pull it up like that, and it comes right out. So let us get the other one installed and we'll be right back. Okay, so doing my best I can with this video here, but we got the new window motor installed with screws there. Make sure you line this up correctly before you put it back in. We also loosened this Allen wrench up. This is an adjustment. You don't always have to move it, but it's good to have it loose because if you have to bring the window up or down, it's not fun to do it if it's not loose after you put it back in the car. Also note that when you do take these all apart, the glass itself needs to come out first. We will show you guys as we install it, everything going back in. So we're going to slide the assembly back in here and then we'll show you guys how to bolt everything up. Okay everyone, so we are back. We have the window motor in place in there. You do have a plug way in the back. It's a little bit of a challenge to plug the motor back in. Just be patient, make sure you plug it in, double check it afterwards. Just takes a little patience. Do not get flustered with this job because that's when you're going to have your issues. So basically what you're going to do now is we're going to line this thing up, which is always fun. So we're going to slide it back more. As you can see, as we slide it back, we're going to get it in here. We're also going to get it off of there. So this piece here, it goes through here. Give me a second here. Let's straighten this out. Kind of tough with the camera here. I'm going to show you guys everything. And I feel we knew what doing this type of video, so bear with me a little bit. So we got that one in right there, as you can see. So we got that one in, and we got another one down here that's plastic, so we got to get that one in also. So we'll get that one in and then we'll bring this one back down, but we also may have to move this a little bit here before we can do all that. So this can go down here. So that's also got to line up down there, if you can see it good enough. I'm trying to get it all on the video as best I can for you guys, which is a little bit of a challenge. So that's the gist of it. We're going to get it lined up for you guys here, and we're going to finish it up, and we'll be back in a few to show you guys where to bolt everything in. Okay guys, so we are back with some of this going in. Just want to show you guys, if you could see down below, down here, right in here, right back there is a bolt that goes right in there. I'm trying to get it the best I possibly can. I don't know if you can see it 100%, but there is a bolt that goes down in back here. You got to put back in. So right now I got the window basically in the up position. Okay, get that bolt in, then we're gonna bring it down, and we're gonna get the rest of the stuff in. Okay, we'll be back in a few. Okay guys, so we got everything basically in place here. We just got to tighten everything back up. So we get the bolt right there. We'll tighten that one up there. We get the one down here with the bracket. That's right in there. If you can see it, doing the best I can here for you guys. Got that bolt there. This one is a top adjustment, so we'll tighten this one up, but we'll leave it loose so we can tighten it up after we put the glass back in. And we also have, I don't know if you can see the bottom one right there. Let me see if I can light this up a little bit. My light, give me a second, guys. You see right there. Right there, we have an adjustment down here also. And then we got that one bolt way in the rear. So we got everything kind of laying in here right now. So as you can see, it's all laying in there. So we're going to finish tightening everything up. And then we're going to get the glass. So we're going to get the glass in. Biggest part about this whole job is it's finicky, and the other thing is lining the window up. So we'll see how that goes, and let's get everything tightened up. Okay everyone, so we got everything tightened up in there. As you can see, all the bolts are tight. This one's tight, the lower one's tight. The bottom adjustment that we showed you guys earlier is still loose. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the glass in a second here. But be careful not to knock these washers off. If you do, the window will never line up. I've been there, I've done that, so just want to mention it to you guys. So the window actually goes right in, right there, and then the other one's right down there. We'll bolt it in and we'll start the adjusting. So we have the glass installed. Show you guys what we did here. As you can see, I mentioned earlier, you get your 2 bolts right there and right there. Best advice I give you, take your time, get them on nice and easy. Believe it or not, I've used a ratchet and wrench for most of them. The smaller ones are 11s and these are 13s, and a Phillips screwdriver, and if I remember right, these are also 13s. So we get everything basically tight. These are still finger tight, including the lower one. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the window up over here, and we're going to start with checking the alignment here, and then we're going to work our way back to getting everything the way it's supposed to be. So let's get the window up and take a look. So as you guys can see at the moment, door's not closed all the way. Window is way out of adjustment. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to get in here. We'll loosen up these. Let me see, I'll show you guys. These 2 bolts right there, that one, and we're going to start readjusting everything. This is the fun part of the job. This is the tedious part. It takes a little while. Be patient. Okay, let us get this adjusted and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so we got it all lined up. Sorry I couldn't really do a video of me lining everything up exactly. It's tough because I'm basically holding the camera. Still learning this little bit of this YouTube stuff. But as you can see, the lines are perfect. As you can see, at one time it was hidden a little bit right there. It is no longer doing that. Nice and clean line right there. It's snug up top. Don't mind my wonderful fingerprints. The window itself is working beautiful. Let me go to the driver's side. We'll put it up and down for you guys. We did spray white lithium grease on the channel afterwards to make sure everything's greased up good. And let's see here. Don't mind my messy garage back there. So there she is. You want to make sure she does bottom out good, and this one does. And then up she goes. Beautiful. So we're going to be back in a few. We'll put this car together, detail her up, and she will be all good to go. Okay, as you can all see, this is all basically back together. Window's nice and good. You want to make sure it's clear. You're always going to get a little bit of it sticking up just a tad there. That's about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the, there's a bracket that holds it from rattling, which is right here on the floor. So we're going to get that into place with this other piece, and we'll get it back together. So we're going to grab everything here, put this all together, and we'll be back in a few to finish this one up. Okay guys, as you can see, this top piece is a bracket right here that holds the window from moving. Don't put it too tight, just put a little bit of pressure so when the window's up it doesn't move. Bolt there, bolt right there, and a bolt right there. Now we got all the pieces that cover all the openings back into place. We're going to button up the seatbelt piece and put the trim in, and we're going to finish her up. Okay everyone, we're just about basically done with the mechanical side of the rear window motor on this coach builder convertible. We got the seatbelt retractor back in. It's got a bolt there, bolt underneath there. It's got to come out. Make sure you plug it back in after you're done. So that's basically the finished product there. We have both the trim panels on. Show you guys the finished product and get this one detailed up. Okay everyone, here you go. Here's the finished product on this one. You got 2 screws that go here and here. But you also got to put this lower kick panel back into the car first. It clips behind here on the seat. A little bit of a challenge. And it's got a clip behind here that holds it in. And then you got to have this whole piece right here out of the way. I apologize for the dirty car. Just getting detailed, and we're getting a different one out tomorrow. But wanted to get this done. And then you got 2 screws, one there and one there. So that's basically it. It's not super complicated, but you gotta make sure you put those screws back in, line everything up, put that clip back there. You have to pull the lower part of the seat out of the car to get at that. Don't try to do it otherwise, it's not going to work out too good. So the window's all set. As you can see, You can just barely see the top, and that's basically as low as you're gonna get these. It's actually a tad lower than the other side at the moment. And the tools are pretty simple on this one. This is what I used right here, including my little screw gun, flashlight, clip remover, little screw gun, a 11mm ratchet and wrench, and a 13mm ratchet and wrench. And I think this was also a 13mm on an extension for the seatbelt retractor. And that's about it. So it's a couple hour job, takes some patience. Gotta really spend some time lining it up right. Don't rush it because you will break it. And the hard boot and soft boot convertibles, the procedure is identical. Basically that's all the same except for this piece lifting up right there. So if anybody has any questions, or if you own a Eldorado coach builder convertible and you need some info or some help, do know a lot about these cars after dealing with them for the last couple of years. Actually, I've been dealing with them since 2009. So if you got any questions, let me know. And just so you know, if you're wondering, this car is not for sale, but thank you for asking, and have a great evening or great day, whatever you want to call it at this point. And we appreciate you watching our first do-it-yourself video. Thank you, and have a great day, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button below.